We now return to Let's Play Tomb Raider: The Prophecy. We're almost nearing the end of the Cambodia missions. There are going to be an awful lot of puzzles for these statues now. Unfortunately, it's a very limited area. I feel like more could have been done throughout the game to just add more puzzle elements to them. And I realize there's really only so much you can do with a two-dimensional game. It's not nearly as robust as the 3D Tomb Raiders are. And that's a little bit of an optical illusion there. Actually got to walk on top of the platform. And all that just to lower some traps. It's very important to remember to pick up the statues. You definitely don't want to have to come all the way back. I'm disappointed to say that we've pretty much reached the end of anything new as regards the enemies. I know the Tomb Raider series has always been more about the climbing around and the puzzles, but there really isn't much to the combat in this game as far as variety of enemies goes. Nonetheless, there are a lot of them still. And we see there that that guy just raised the skeleton I killed. So, they are always the target. There are a few places later on where you're surrounded by skeletons and cultists. You always want to kill the cultists first, otherwise they'll just raise the skeletons. That was actually kind of a bad move there. I was lucky that didn't kill me. I'm sure if I had jumped rather than just running off the edge, that would have been enough height. And I've got both, so that is the end of the area. Or at least this level, rather. And what fun. Boss battle surrounded by these guys. Thankfully they aren't very tough. Just gotta watch your health. With that many things flying around though, it is kinda hard to dodge it all. Well, this stage should be pretty close to the end. There's quite a few more running around puzzles left. But Cambodia is almost done. I think it's interesting that they throw that little battle in there without it actually being the final boss battle. Now this trap you actually have to sit here and wait for a while to get at that button. But it's interesting because there's no real indication that it goes down, you just have to wait there. And without knowing that, you could just wander around, stuck in that room, waiting, or trying to find how to hit that button. And there are the Uzis. Finally some better weaponry. Of course, there are wolves everywhere. I suppose it's to make you anticipate getting those Uzis all the more. Although honestly, they don't seem to do that much more damage to the wolves than your pistols do. It still takes about the same number of hits. That was a bit of a shorter jump than I'd meant to. And that timer's for those flames right there. It's a very short timer. And this is a lot of fun right here, being backed into a corner by two sword skeletons. But you're kind of stuck there because you can't back down that hallway, because the flames come back. And that just turns them back off. That is not where we need to go first. Almost overshot that. I don't think that would have done enough damage to kill me, though. And finally, I've already collected over 400 ammo for it. Despite having those guns, though, I'd prefer to save them for the tougher enemies. Like the cultists. Although eventually there will be enough ammo, I don't really need to worry about conserving it so much. I think it caps out at 999, so there's really no point in hoarding the stuff. As far as I can tell, it's not the damage that's increased, it's the firing rate. But that might just be my imagination as well. So here we go. Time to equip the Uzis. Okay, now it's important here not to go over to the left half if you don't want to fight the wolf alongside this guy. Unfortunately, limiting yourself like that really decreases the mobility. I'm taking a lot of damage, and his fireballs are seeking too, which is kind of lame. It's not too bad. And that's that. Just make sure to grab all the goodies and move on. Because Encyclopedia Britannica is going to tell you where an ancient magical artifact is. Lara spent many hours deciphering the Tome of Ezekiel, aided by her recent discoveries. She understood that the tome described a prophecy, the prophecy of magic. The prophecy tells that the three magic stones helped the great conquerors Hjort the Viking, Suryavarman II of Cambodia, and Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome. Not having time to completely decipher the whole prophecy, Lara rushed to the Laconia island in southern Italy, where the last stone should be. Me too. Okay, see you next time.